Hi, I am Aditya Basuraj Mali, studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bengaluru, in the Department of Basic Science. Today I am going to explain about goals for sustainable development. Goals for sustainable development. There are totally 17 goals for sustainable development. First one is no poverty. Second one is zero hunger. Third one is good health and well-being. Fourth one is quality education. Fifth one is gender equality. Sixth one is clean water and sanitation. Seventh one is affordable and clean energy. Eighth one is decent work and economic growth. Ninth one is industry innovation and infrastructure. Tenth one is reduced inequalities. 11th one is sustainable cities and communities. 12th one is responsible consumption and production. 13th one is climate action. 14th one is life below water. 15th one is life on land. 16th one is peace and justice, strong institutions. 17th one is partnership for the goals. Now let us discuss about no poverty. Eradicating extreme poverty for all people everywhere by 2030 is a pivotal goal of 2030 agenda for sustainable development. Extreme poverty, defined as surviving on a less than $2.15 per person per day at 2017 purchasing power priority, has witnessed remarkable declines over recent decades. However, the emergence of COVID-19 marked a turning point, reversing these gains as a number of individuals living in extreme poverty increases for the first time in a generation by almost 90 million over previous predictions. Even prior to the pandemic, the movement of poverty reduction was slowing down. By the end of 2022, now casting suggests that 2.4% of the world's population, or as many as 670 million people, could still be living in extreme poverty. This setback effectively erased approximately 3 years of progress in poverty alleviation. If current patterns persists, an estimated 7% of gold population, around 575 million people, could still find themselves trapped in extreme poverty by 2030, with a significant concentration in sub-Saharan Africa.
Why is there so much of poverty? Poverty has many dimensions.
But its causes include unemployment, social exclusions, and high vulnerability of certain populations to disasters, diseases, and other phenomena which prevent them from being productive.
Why should we care about other people's economic situation? There are many reasons, but in short, because as human beings, our well-being is linked to each other. Growing inequality is detrimental to economic growth and undetermines social cohesion, increases political and social tensions, and in some circumstances, driving instability and conflict.
We do about poverty. Your active engagement in policy making can make a difference in addressing poverty. It ensures that your rights are promoted and then your voices is heard, that intergenerational knowledge is shared, and that innovations and critical thinking are encouraged at all ages to support transformational changes in the people life and communities. Governments can help create and enable environment to generate productive employment and job opportunities for the poor and migrants. The private sector has a major role to play in determining whether the growth it creates inclusive and contributes to poverty reduction. It can promote economic opportunities for the poor.
The contribution of the science to end up poverty has been significant. For example, it has enabled to access to the safe drinking water and reduce death caused by waterborne diseases and improved hygiene to reduce health risks related to unsafe drinking water and lack of sanitation.
Now let us discuss about zero hunger. Zero hunger. Zero hunger is about creating a world free from hunger by 2030. The global issue of hunger and the food insecurity has shown an alarming increase since 2015, a trend exhibited by a combination of factors including pandemic, conflict, climate changes, and depending inequalities. By 2022, approximately 735 million people, or 9.2% of the world's population, found themselves in the state of chronic hunger.
In addition, an estimated 2.4 billion people faced moderate to severe food insecurity in 2022. This classification signifies that lack of access to sufficient nutrition. This number escalated by an alarming 391 million people compared to 2019.
Extreme hunger and malnutrition remain a barrier to sustainable development and creates a trap for which people cannot easily escape. Hunger and malnutrition means less productive individuals who are more prone to diseases and thus often unable to earn more and improve their livelihood. 2 billion people in the world do not have regular access to safe nutrition and sufficient food in 2022. 148 million children had suffered growth and 45 million children under the age of 5 were affected by fasting.
Why are there so many hungry people? Shockingly, the world is back at a hunger level not seen since 2005, and food prices remain higher in more countries than in the period 2015 to 2019. Along with conflict, shocks, and rising cost of living, insecurities, and declining food productions have all contributed to the food scarcity and high food prices. Investment in the agricultural sectors is critical for reducing hunger and poverty, improving food security, creating employment. We all want our families to have enough food to eat. What is safe and nutritious? A world with a zero hunger can positively impact our economics, health, education, equality, and social development. It's a key piece of building a better future for everyone. Additionally, with a hunger limiting human development, we will not be able to achieve the other sustainable development goals such as education, health, and gender equality. Food security requires a multidimensional approach, from social protection to safeguard safe and nutritious food, especially for children, to transforming food system to achieve a more inclusive and sustainable world. There will be a need to be investment in the rural and urban areas and in social protection so poor people have access to the food and can improve their livelihoods. You can make changes in your own life, at home, at work, and the community by supporting local farmers or markets and making sustainable food choices, supporting good nutrition for all, and fighting food waste. You can also use your power as a customer and voter, demanding businesses and governments to make a choice and changes that will make a zero hunger a reality. Reduce the food waste and food loss. The world produces more than enough food to feed everyone, and yet 828 million people still go to the bed hungry each night. In high income countries, 40% of the food is waste because of people buy more food than they can consume. In low income countries, where the vast majority of the world's hungriest people live, most food loss occurs during the early stages of the growth, harvest, and storage. The UN World Food Programme is working to eliminate food loss and waste by providing a farmer with a modern storage equipment like silos and airtight bags, offering a long-lasting food like flour, dried beans, and salt, all properly packed in a sturdy container. Investing in innovations like hydroponics that allow communities to grow, sell, and store food in a harshest condition. Selling and storing food in impossible places due to the exposure of extreme temperatures, excess due to the general pollutions. Eliminate malnutrition in mothers and children. Zero hunger may seem like an impossible goal, but these 6 solutions we can make this dream a reality. The UN World Program plays a vital role in this work by ensuring people in a conflict area will not have food weaponized against them. Anticipating, responding to, and building reliances against the shocks and stresses of climate extremes. Leveraging social safety nets, cash assistance, and infrastructures to the financially empower communities and local markets. Connecting small scale farmers with the tools they need to maintain sustainable agriculture for their country's food security. making sure that the ample food that is grown across the world does not go to the waste due to the improper management or redistribution.